Hi guys, I hope that you're doing well today. Welcome in for another video. Welcome back if you are returning back. My name is Shannon Hensley. If you are new, audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, I look at a lot of crime and stuff like that on my channel, so it can be intense at times. We just want to know what the Most High God and that's running the universe has to say about things, and we just take the scenarios that He is bringing out and weigh the matter and do what you're supposed to according to what God tells you to do within it. And so my channel's not a religious channel, but it could come across real heavy that way. Please just don't put me in that box. I'm just for uprightness, and I do incorporate the scripture because it is found in the tarot. It's written upon my heart, and I don't care about nothing except for uprightness. And I will get up and roar at things, and Most High just sits on me sometimes, and it's just straightforward energy that comes through me, and it could be sharp at times. It's always for upright purposes and things like that. It's just I just yield myself to the Most High and let Him speak the way He wants to speak. And some things need a great big shake up so that you and I can get a clue and wake up and stuff like that. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're supposed to be here, you will be here. Otherwise, thanks for checking me out. Please allow the Most High just to speak to you, even if something may be questionable. Always search out a matter. Set with the Most High. He tells us He likes to hide things, and He most certainly does. I was telling on another reading that I did today. Today is September the 1st, Sunday, September 1st. So yesterday was Shabbat, and I sat all day and was just listening to the scripture play. And the Most High began to probe my heart. And I told how I felt Him and the impression and like a vision type energy that He gave me of Him looking down into my heart with a magnifying glass. And He put a situation down in there and was testing what my motive would be with it. And, you know, David stated that he hid God's word down in his heart so that he would not sin against the Most High God. And as soon as that began to happen, I felt Him doing that inside my heart, and the whole impression with Him probing there and testing what my motive would be with, and it wasn't even anything. If I told you what it was, you'd be like, well, that ain't even no big deal. But it is a big deal. It doesn't matter what the thing was. The big deal is motive with God. And He tells us, He tests us. He tests everybody. He tests the righteous. He says His word will be tried on the inside of us. So if He's trying you and I with something in the word, then He's gonna see if you're gonna line up with it or not. But it made me feel uneasy because the energy and the spirit of what He was testing me in, I knew the answer. But the question is even though we know the answer, will we choose to operate within that type of energy if the word is in our heart? And I told Him, I said, all I care about is your righteousness. And I said, I don't want that in me. And it immediately left me. And so I just I encourage you to let the Most High do what He's got to do, even when we're being tested, to choose the correct thing, because our flesh it wants to choose the opposite a lot of times. The flesh is weak. The spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak. Though you and I build ourselves up with the Most High God and His word, He's looking for a heart that will choose Him regardless how it's making our flesh feel. It definitely was a testing from Him. As soon as, and with my whole heart and with purity, I stated to Him, all I care about is your righteousness. It left me. If I would have just been saying that, I would have been judged real hard. I know that I would have been. But God already knew that how I was going to answer within that, but he still gives us free will to choose. I was just sitting there minding my own business, had my mind up on the Most High, and he popped in and he began to test me on some stuff. So there'll be a lot of testing on this channel with some scenarios of some things that God will bring out here, and I have to step back myself. I'm not exempt from anything God brings on this table, period. Ever. I don't ever think that I'm anything. I can be very sharp and stuff like that because he's on me to be that way and to rebuke a thing, but I'm just a subject as the next person to have to put a right judgment on a thing, just like you. And anyway, I just kind of wanted to share that again because it is important for us to keep ourselves humble before the Most High God. I stated today that about Lucifer, he was perfect in all his ways until iniquity was found inside of him, and then he fell like lightning, and now we got that stupid energy in the earth realm that people have to deal with pride, conceit, and ego, and fleshly, carnal stuff. And I don't want to be found on that side. And everybody's falling down sometime in our life, but God says that if there's good fruit in us, then we can only bear good fruit, even if you fall down. He said, if there's righteousness in you, if you're a righteous person, even though you fall 7 times, you'll get up. And hopefully you're finding yourself, even if you've fallen down, having to look in your heart and fix something, that you'll get up and say, no, I'm righteous because I'm up. And I'm going to continue to get up and get rid of strongholds in my life until the day you actually walk into eternity with your Father. So you either have good fruit or you don't, even if you've fallen down. I want to encourage you to get up today and let God, let the meditation of your heart be acceptable and pleasing before the Father, and let him let you grow, because my channel can be very, very challenging. So anyway, all right, a lot of times my intro isn't that long. So I stated that today, that tomorrow, which I think is Labor Day, I didn't have any shelter. I still do need shelter help. I'm stranded in a hotel, but after I got done with that reading earlier called Get Off of I don't remember what I named that reading. Get Your Hands Off of It, or else, I think is what I named it. Somebody came through and gave me shelter for tomorrow. So I do have shelter now for tomorrow, but I still need it beyond that. If there's any way you could help in any way, shape, or form, my PayPal is ShannonEHensley ShAhH. I only use that for PayPal. If that pops up like that in Cash App, that's not me. Only thing in Cash App that's me is ShannonEHensley, either spelled with an A or an O. I have 2 Cash Apps that can be spelled either way, no more, no less this way. The ShAhH is only used for PayPal this way. If you can help, thank you very much. May God bless you. Let's get started here. Most High, just come on in here and just begin to speak. So there's that Hierophant again. He's coming out crossing. Come out all day today, and it is specifically somebody in divinity, and the preacher's wife came out in wording today. This is resting, meditating. It could be medical situations. The Hierophant can go back to hospitals. This is being underneath the knife as well. Rest after a broken heart, resting on the truth, premeditation. For some of you all, it's the death of a person. Somebody's idea could be dead on something as well. They tried to do something here. Obviously, this came out crossing the other day on the channel, and we had a bigamist come out, and somebody had 2 spouses. And I stated in that video, now we know why it came out in the crossing. That whoever and whatever this is about our morals and our ethics. The motto here is I have, and either you have peace or you don't. 4 swords is coming out on that. Why is this Hierophant here, please? The 2nd house goes back to your breath, and we do have air coming out with swords. Swords is your breath, your thoughts, your words. It's also what to come out crossing. So somebody has been really thinking about ending something here today in a matter. The word goes to equal. excuse me, yeah, the word goes to the word equal. It's for some of you all, there's something that's uneven somewhere and it's not equal, and somebody is trying to get something balanced here. Then somebody could be trying to figure out how to get that done, but you ain't gonna get it done in a wickedness. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is making some type of an investment on something and waiting, and all that waiting kept showing up. The first reading, it was everywhere in more than one deck. It came out a bunch of waiting, but God says those who wait upon him will not be ashamed. Something's going to end here, and this is about rewards. God says, I come with my reward, positive or negative, at the end of something. There is an ending in sight here. And somebody's else, they're just waiting on something to end. A lot of people are waiting on some stuff to end, man. Show me more information. There's travel here when you get the World card. Okay, well, somebody don't have their balance here. Somebody's husband is here with the 9th house coming out here. Their sharp teeth is what this represents. Sharp teeth continuing, and somebody's ready for it to end. Somebody, whoever's dealing with marital situations, that's all you're dealing with is just nothing but chomping on situation out here. Then something's here. Somebody's looking for or constantly looking at something. And somebody's just going back and forth about making decisions, getting your balance. Both these go back to getting your balance. And the little Page of Cups is in the reverse. This is seducing nonsense. It is mischievous little communication, and it's filthy. And somebody's coming out to make a decision, and there's something filthy to it with the Hermit in the reverse. This is like segregation. Solitude, looking from within. If there is a medical situation, then somebody's upside down in some health issue out here, and something fishy with it. This could be a birth announcement. Secret physical exchange has been here on something. If there's somebody like much older and somebody much younger attached to something going on, it's also showing that to me, because the Hermit is like an older type of an individual energy. Otherwise, this Hermit energy for some of you all has got something fishy going on. Somebody's trying to get their balance, because there is something here about secretly physically exchanging. Something could have been going on for a very long time secretly with the Infinity here. But somebody, this also, so we had that energy come out of the church type energy. Was really strong, and in the hidden space there were plots going on, and the snake came out with plots, and the snake is hypocrisy. Whoever is the wolf that's involved in some type of nasty energy at a church. And when I read on this channel a few weeks ago, I haven't checked the news. I don't know if some type of a situation is taking place inside of a church or not, or if it died. Hopefully that got exposed by God, and nobody went in with open fire in a church. I don't know, because I don't look at the news very often, but I haven't heard anything. But God prophesied that over and over last week, and I stated, God forbid that happens, and hopefully it got shut down. If that was the death of a person's idea, then great. Nobody wants to see something like that happen in the public, but there is something about a church real heavy on this channel all the time. This would indicate a false prophet in the reverse. Upright, I mean, this is heirs to kingdoms. And if you are upright, then you are. But I'm specifically picking up on somebody who's not. And they're very well known somewhere, because the stars come out with that energy. And something fishy and seductive with whatever that connection is. And something's dirty around something with the Hermit, because the Hermit can represent dirty, filthy things. Then somebody, because this is a prophet card, and if you're upright, then you are, and you keep the commands, then you do, but somebody's not. This is a false prophet somewhere, and they've secretly physically exchanged. They could be known all over the world with the World card being here. plots. Well, it's still here. And there are decisions. Somebody's at a crossroad about these decisions. Or because something's ended, now somebody's at a crossroad trying to get their balance because something didn't pan out the way somebody wanted it to. Stuck. Well, somebody's at a crossroad about some stuff. Just in general. Look, people, if somebody's trying to come back around and get you to open up on something, I wouldn't do it. Somebody's married here. This is, again, ninth house goes back to somebody's husband. And again, nines are here. Ninth high arcana, the ninth house. We had nothing but nines the number 9 is significant. Maybe that's part of somebody's address. I don't know, but the number 9, that's secrets. 18 is the moon. There are secrets here. Tennessee is also here. The T and the N and the H is out here in this reading. Somebody could work for fiber optics. Don't have to. Something's, the word spinning or yarn. An older person's out here, or spinning of fibers, or somebody's spinning something by premeditation, or they did attached to a situation out here, folks. The word goes to pouncing on somebody. If you're new, there's hidden language in the tarot. There's like swooping down like a bird of prey to pounce on somebody. If somebody died that way, then they did. The Hermit can represent trying to capture somebody up in something. Scourging and whipping energy and a punishment type of energy is out here. Well, somebody's in the wrong out here, folks. And it came out the other day. Somebody didn't want somebody to be right, but somebody's done something. The only reason, that's pride. We should rejoice in the truth. And if you fell down, you're wrong, and the truth is in you, you'll face something, like I said. I'm talking to people that should know better if we're dealing with church matters out here, because we are. David himself said, let a righteous person smack me on the cheekbone and correct me if I be in the wrong. As hard as that may be, somebody trying to cover some nonsense out here still in a seductive way, because the snake was there. Somebody, the Most High's telling me right now, hold on, he's giving me a message. He said that there's somebody, because there's groups, had a lot of energy of like group energy, and somebody has spun something so freaking bad that people are looking at the situation, a person or whatever, they're looking at something and taking a side of somebody who has a title that's actually in the wrong because they're involved in something, and whatever they've spun together and why ever they even did it. Because of who this person is, these people are agreeing with this person, and they don't want somebody to be right, but they're the ones that it's wrong on some situation out here. And it makes them look bad. And God has brought that out over and over. They know they're wrong, but they're in the pride and their secrets, and that's all it is. And so you got a bunch of people, just because somebody wears a title out here, whoever that person is. And you could be head, because headship came out today. You could be upright headship, and if you're in tune with God, then you're going to know something about whoever's trying to do something out here wrongly just because they wear a title somewhere. But they've done something and they're false somewhere. And people think and agree with this person over here, or this situation, or whatever, this is off, or this is wrong, and really it's not. It's that person. And everybody's agreeing with this person, and all them people now are being led into a ditch because the blindness of somebody else's lie and their title, they're leading other people into a ditch because of something out here. I hope that makes sense, but that's what God's telling me through my spirit with this matter. And people are there's sharp teeth going on because of somebody's lie out here, and it's a bad deal. And what this is, they're going to reap what they sow. So your tree is either good or it's not. With that 7 of Pentacles being there, that's reaping and sowing. What you put in the ground is exactly what's going to come up in this tree here. And Most High is telling me that their tree will be cut down. This is eternity. They'll go to hell for something out here if they won't look at the truth. Or if they've already missed their chance with God. They're still in the hidden space. Somebody was a full-blown freaking snake somewhere today. Again, they were still plotting. Look, sitting here, the hangman is like, I'm looking from every angle. Because the stuck energy. King of Cups is there. There's the fighting and jealousy and competitive nonsense that's been out here attached to some stuff. There's something very sacrificial going on with that hangman being there. But God already gave his word and stated that it's the wicked transgressors that will be cut out of the earth. They don't even have a chance. They're fighting against God, and God's word's going to perform all day long. They trying to get something done on somebody who is not in the wrong. God's going to make sure, because God says that if you and I try to hide something, your sin's going to find you out. You and I could never run from it. Anyway, but they're blind, so and they're going to lead other people in the ditch with them. Because they just got something to prove, and that is their lie, which they could never prove anything, but it's a lie. So a child is out here attached to something going on, or somebody you went to school with is out here, or this is stumbling up on information. It's also a card of somebody's brains, just like a kid here, for what they're doing. I don't know, God said to come like a child. Look, there's the snake. It really is here, and it popped out twice in that reading. The same energy confirmed itself with the plots. There is no escaping except by the truth. But if they're already a full-blown freaking snake, or somebody's kid is, or I don't know, somebody's just a full-blown piece of nutcase out here. So that was she in the hidden? I want to say it was in the first reading. I think she was in the hidden. She was an enemy. Okay? So whoever this is, this could be a mother, this could be interracial. You could have a white mother. And there's interracial things going on with the matter, or this is somebody's friend that you grew up with, and somebody's stumbling up on some information out here. But the hermit can represent, like I said, to try to capture somebody up in a net. This kid has a net in their hand. And there's death matters, or a bunch of death matters out here attached to something going on. All these butterflies. That's like a transformation energy, but it also takes you back to death matters. Eternity's out here. And God said, let the little children come unto me in that other reading. And I stated when that preacher's wife came out on a reading that I did real strong a couple months ago on my other channel, there was child sacrificing everywhere. You could not deny that that's what God was saying, and that you couldn't deny it. You could not deny it. And we've got sacrificing here. And for God to say, let the children come unto me, and forbid them not. You don't think that this stuff isn't in the earth, because it is. People putting their kids through the fire and everything else. That all-consuming fire goes back to the world card. Can't have a meaning of that. That ain't gonna be for everybody, but something like that is out here, and or there's been sacrificial of a child through a abortion situation, and you can find that it'll give you a snake bite as well, and the runes agree with it. There's communication out here. Show me these two people cards. Yeah, there are two people involved in something. Specifically, it's probably two women, because that stork came out and can also represent two women involved. Whether it be your sister or not, or friend or cousin or church person, I don't know. But there are two people out here. This is like, let's go somewhere and do something, or they did. Or, I mean, somebody's conjuring up something to physically exchange something out here. There's the roses. Somebody's name could be Rose. All those roses kept coming out real strong the other day, and the R and the S came out in that same reading that made the fondness of a rose. So flowers and stuff. There's some type of love situation out here. Then there is finances here as well with the fish. This can be a river card. So show me the communication then. But you've got You could be upright, the other person maybe not, but this is a two people card. Somebody or two people are crazy somewhere. Show me the communication. You have the tower. It's coming out crossing. This is about protecting something. And we had the same rune come out back to back about maximum protection and a radical change of something. But it also had a meaning of eternity. There is something with death matters out here. This is government. There is timing to something. I'm getting a picture of a lot of birds. There's birds flying around this tower. There's birds here. The stork already came out today. I'm seeing wings here. This is alteration of stuff. Somebody's alterated something about either where they've went, except that letter just showed up. Then somebody's alterated something on an actual form of something, possibly. Could be a medical form that was altered. Because we do have a physician in the reverse here. Somebody had connections. I guess they had connections and somebody did something illegal out here. Under the knife on something here. If somebody died, then there's a, something like that is out here with a malpractice situation. This is also, there is news out here. So news about this tower, news about alterating, and somebody today, and it came out back to back on two platforms, that somebody was going to get up and take responsibility for something. So somebody knows something about the snake. Hopefully I'm seeing two people just going together to be a support to the information about this snakish energy that's been out here. This would be knowledge out here and perception. Somebody has something. Somebody has knowledge and perception of something out here. And so obviously a couple people were involved in something, then they were, but somebody has information that's popping up. This is a lover card as well, and inventions that have been around, some stuff that has been creatively done in a great big way on a matter. Show me some words out here, Most High. Somebody overheard something that was said, or they may overhear something that's said. If there's plotting out here, then the negative side's trying to do something because of that, because God gave him a warning. You get your hand off of this situation right now or else. That's why I named that video that way, because somebody is under a warning. Somebody got a third party around some nonsense, some type of stupid craziness. Person's already freaking gone in their freaking mind if that's all they are, is a freaking snake. A burden of stress and an oppression. A hospital is out here. Well, it definitely is out here. Somebody altered something on paper then. So whoever I'm connected with, you got a physician. Somebody could be a nurse. There's some type of communication around this energy attached to medical stuff. It's a burden. Eyewitness to something. Well, this is the eyeball. Well, somebody knows some stuff. Increase in promotion. Somebody's done stuff around money. Somebody was using somebody, segregating them and using them for that money today. There's the body of water. All right, well, the river is out here, okay? Charged in a movie star. Somebody just an actor, or they actually are a movie star. Somebody's going to go to jail for something. So the hangman can be a prison card. Okay. Touch not my prophets and do them no harm. Okay? You got people being actors out here, acting like they're holier than thou, touching the real deal. And God said, you don't touch my prophets. You don't do my prophets no harm. And people have been hurt. Okay? And so whatever this is, God's showing both sides of something out here, because that's a prophet card as well. A nuclear bomb, or you just dealing with somebody just explosive. Asteroid. Okay, an asteroid also take you back to a rigid star. Somebody's is just nothing but explosive somewhere, because they're full of demons. The police are there as well. Okay, well, anyway, is what it is. They don't have no chance. Somebody will go to jail here for something that is going on. There is no way out of this. There is going to be some good news. God said he was going to make something out for good. The Most High says, folks, those of you who are sons and daughters of God, because God says, my kids, they prophesy. All right. And we are to pray to prophesy. And some people wear a title of a prophet as well. And God don't do anything at all until he reveal it to his prophets as well. But those of you who know who you are in God, and you are heirs to kingdoms with the Most High, and you are keeping the commandments of God, we have too many promises. I don't care who's trying to put pressure on you and I. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but he delivers us out of them all. How much is all? All of it. I don't care how many tears we cry. I don't care what kind of traps they find, they pull out there, throw out there for you and I. God says they fall in them. Those who seek our soul to eat up our flesh, he says they go down to the lower parts of the earth. You and I have to just stand in faith. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And I'm telling you to listen to this word. And those of you who have been oppressed, if anybody can talk about this, I know it's me. And I know it's you as well, those of you who stand with God, because this is just our lifestyle in the earth realm. The devil don't like us. Okay, we are the devil's target, but they can't hit the target because God's our shield. They're going to stumble and they're going to fall. Somebody's going to get jailed for some stuff, for doing some nonsense out here. Look, the actor, it's out here really, really big, and they're rigid because, like I said, the asteroid is a rigid star. It's out here 3 times. Somebody got an eyewitness to some stuff out here. That's incredible. So somebody is an actual actor, or obviously somebody's acting about some stuff out here. All right, somebody's an imposter out here. The snake is an imposter. Jehovah says to get your hands off this situation right now, or else it is out here. Somebody's still going at it, man. They still going at it. They don't like that you know what they really are, and that's why they're trying to, it's sad, they're trying to prove a lie that's going to be proven to be their lie. That's it. Officials are analyzing forgery. That is exactly what the hermit can represent as well. Psalms 119 teaches us about the tet, and it represents somebody forging something against another person. So whatever that paper was, hospital stuff that's taken place, somebody forged something for whatever reason, why that was there, and whatever the situation, the medical situation is. There's forgery out here on something that has been alterated out here. Somebody knows that information. And somebody's still trying to cover that, and God's not going to let you. He's not going to let you. I'm sorry. Dumb. You have the torch coming out. This is the K and or the C. It looks like a V. And then the letter Z. Somebody's name could be Zach. The ZCK is out here. Anyway, again the V. All these letters came out. Person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name. This is a protection rune being granted. And it is actually the pictograph. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like somebody standing with their hands up in the air. In the Hebraic language, that is the letter Hey, which is already out here, which is the Hierophant. But you put 2 Heys together, it represents somebody's breath and existence. And the second house goes back to the vocal cord in your throat area. Like I said, there's air out here. Somebody's died, or somebody's at least tried to do something for a death matter out here. If you turn it around, it looks like a broom and a mop. I just always bring it out here. You could be done with the housekeeper, don't have to, but it's just out here. This is a resistance to something, and somebody's coming along here, or at least 2 people got some, communication And there's acting with it, and God's warning them, you get your hands off of this right now, or else, because, you know, if you don't, you will be going to jail then. If it hasn't happened yet, you will go to jail. Go ahead and cross the line. If that's what you want, then you're gonna fall in a stupid ditch out here. This is gonna be a justice assured. This is a justice assured. If there is a fire situation, then like I said, the world card can represent an all-consuming fire. And so if there's something with a fraudulent fire situation, maybe happened in a hospital, or somebody got hurt with being burnt or something, I don't know, but something's been alterated out here. And there is definitely something about protection today, because we get another protection rune. This is a totally different protection rune. And this is a protection here, and somebody does need to protect something for all upright purposes. Because you got a group of people that's fixing to go into a ditch with somebody who's trying to cover something, and they're just a stage actor out here. And they're going to have so much blood on their hands by wanting to just cover up something that they've done, because they're known, and this person don't even care about their flock. God said He's going to visit the wolves, those shepherds that are doing wrong to people. He said He's going to visit for their evil, and some evil is out here with this nonsense. It's really, really big out here. Let me take a scripture real quick, and we'll just end this. But this energy's still here, guys. It's been here all day. Well, we just call out upon you. You hold it. We call out upon you. You have an eyewitness, and you see everything. And the clock is also the eyeball. Maybe I already said that. I don't know. But there is knowledge out here. And somebody's overheard something here. It says, a man that does violence to the blood of any person. And like I said, when we get nines, it goes to death and bloodshed. That's all that was over the first reading. It was everywhere. And it's being plotted, or it was. And they're trying to do another one to hide something out here. But God's going to protect the situation. A man that does violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. Whoso walks uprightly shall be saved. But he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. And they are going to fall. So again, get your hands out, whoever I'm talking to, who just cannot, you're just bent on some type of nonsense, you're going to fall anyway if you don't stop. You're violent, you're a murderer out here, and you're cursed out here with the snake. Or if you get entangled with this, if somebody's weaving some stuff out here that is going to get somebody caught up in something really, really bad. At the bottom of the deck, it says that a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pitchers of silver. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. Are you going to be obedient to what God says out here? Or are you just going to go ahead and act and do whatever? Or are you going to take responsibility for something? Live or die is what I'm hearing God say. Okay? But whoever's already a full-blown snake, they're already cursed out here. So, again, you could be upright and the other party's not. Or there's at least two people trying to get a third party to do something. But something's out here where something's going to take place where good news will happen out of the ordeal. Because God's got a thing covered. And He says justice is going to be had out of the situation. So whatever role you play and whatever you choose, God's still saying, I'm going to protect out of it. I've already warned you. You go and do whatever you want, but I'm going to protect out of it, my people. And He will. This is what come out. Those of you all can help me further. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for your help. Until next time, shalom.